Welcome to Rock the Life, a podcast for fans by fans. I'm Katya.
I'm Amy.
And Amy, today we have a really fun episode. We have Leone, who was one of the influential members of the Bay Area thrash metal scene. And this,
Mm-hmm.
it just near and dear to our heart. We can talk about clubs and bands that we all used to see back when.
Yep.
She also took a break from music for
Mm-hmm.
a few decades and came back,
Mm-hmm.
I think, stronger than ever.
Yeah,
And
I'd say.
she is fantastic to talk to.
Yeah. Uh, Thank you guys for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I'm going to give you a little heads up. We're probably going to mention at the end also, Leather's energy is contagious. So get ready to be blown away and just flying off the handle because we had a really good time and she was fantastic. Did I get all the business? I mean,
You
we're
didn't
just
do
going to
any of
like
the
and
business.
subscribe at this point. I know. I guess I didn't do any business. We'll get the business at the end.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
So with that, I can't wait. Here's Leather.
Yeah.
We are so excited to be here with Leather. Leather, how are you doing? Yeah.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I love talking about metal music. I'm doing good.
That's awesome.
And
Awesome.
you know, and on top of metal music, we were just saying we are also Bay Area girls where we grew up and we're fully into the music scene then. So that is, we're super excited to have you with us. So
Yeah, it was fortuitous that I moved out here when I did because the 80s were just, I moved out here in 82 and I just hit the jackpot for sure. Yeah.
well, I am going to get all into that because we have lots of questions for you. But first, okay, first we're going to go one question way back. If you think back to your musical influences, what was that moment, that music, that song that told you that you wanted to be into this music?
It was Led Zeppelin, No Quarter. We have no quarter. Yeah, I would say Led Zeppelin. And somebody actually left that record outside by my mailbox when I was a sophomore in high school. To this day, I don't know who it was. Houses of the Holy. And that I was like, whoa, listening to Plant going, whoa. And then even earlier, 8th grade, I heard Annie Wilson. And I was like, it just invoked this, you know, and at the time I was starting to sing and I was realizing what it could do to people. But Annie Wilson and Robert Plant, it went, whoa, like a lightning bolt. Yes.
Okay,
That's
and
awesome.
so the 80s music, and I'm even going to take it even more into that, the Bay Area music scene in the 80s. It was such a unique time. And this is what we try to tell some of the young people or tell people even that that weren't from the Bay Area what it was like.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it that felt different culturally or in that time period?
It was one big family. There was no competition. I was hanging around in the time we used to rehearse right by Metallica. It was basically before everybody got signed. And it was just one big community. I mean, everyone would go see each other. We would all talk to each other. The streets were just full of leather and just, it was just a community that I don't see anymore. Of course, I've been removed from it. But yeah, everybody was just rooting for each other and it just permeated out of the freaking sidewalks, you know? Metal. It was just, you could play, we played every night, everywhere. You got paid. It was just the birth of it. I think everyone was so excited and it was, you know, and it's funny. I kind of don't think about it because I lived in it, but I work in Brazil and those guys are so much younger than me and their whole life is the 80s. And I go, oh yeah, I was there. I mean, they just 80s movies and 80s fashion. I mean, it's like a step back in time there, but yeah, I forget how amazing it was, but it was just a big family, yeah. And of course, being one of the only women around, it was really cool.
I love how you're right. It was everywhere. Like I worked a job in Pleasanton and one of my supervisor's best friends was Chuck Billy. So he would come in
Such a great guy.
just hang out and I would be like, what is happening?
You were like, whoa. Yeah, all those people. You know, Testament's always been one of my favorite bands, exceeding Metallica and Megadeth. I just love him. I love him to death. I love his voice. But yeah, it was just, oh my God, what a time. I mean, I get goosebumps thinking about it. And it was, I remember Motley Crue one time saying that metal wasn't something you did. It was a way of life. And that's exactly what it was. I mean, you went to sleep in all your stinky leather clothes. You just got up, you went to rehearsal. You weren't really working. You were just playing music all the time. It was fantastic.
No, that is, and I'm going to jump into, you took a break from music and why this is, Amy and I were especially interested in this too, is because we weren't performers. We were the We were going to the shows. We were helping promote shows. We were loving the music.
You were the people we love.
We
Yes,
were the
yes.
people, we were the people like, but we both had life got in the way and we kind of stepped away for about 20 years too. And now we are just getting back into it, loving the music, loving the scene. So, you know, I'm going to ask you about your journey because we talk about ours too and what brought us back to music. What brought you back?
Unfortunately, what brought me back was the loss of Ronnie James Dio. I was shocked by that. He, you know, it's not like I saw him all the time, but we definitely had a kind of a friendship. And I was so into him musically. Oh God, what he did to my brain and my soul. And it was funny because I had just passed up a show at Radio City Music Hall or something. I said, oh, you know, I'll go next time. And then I found out he was sick. So losing him, I went down to all his services, and he's buried at this amazing place on Forest Hills. In literally, you expect Jesus to just walk across the hill, the way the sun, it's just phenomenal. And I kind of went off by myself, and I was sitting on an empty sarcophagus, actually. And I can remember thinking, what an idiot I was. Singing was the only thing that I could kind of do. Why wasn't I doing it? You know, oh, the pity party, blah, blah. Yeah. So I got into it basically for him, you know, just to say, I still got it, you know, that kind of thing. Aww. So that was 2010. Yeah.
And before that, when you were performing before that, did you know Ronnie James Dio? It sounds like you did, and you had a friendship with him.
I met Ronnie James Dio. Oh my God. I think the Holy Diver tour, and I was a late bloomer to him. I came to California being into like Heart and Fleetwood Mac and Rush. And I went to audition for my first band, Rude Girl, and the drummer looked at me and she said, do you know who Bon Scott is? I'm like, of course. She goes, can you try to sing like that? And I couldn't, but I was like, like my voice wanted to do it. And then they turned me on to Ronnie. It was over after that. And we went to one of his shows at a huge freaking venue, Mountain View, I think. The Shoreline.
Shoreline. Oh, yeah.
And the drummer, Sandy, at this time, oh my God, she could get into any freaking show. And of course, we had split up. All of a sudden, it was the end of the show. I'm walking around by myself and I hear a whistle. She would whistle at me like a dog. And there she is at the backstage. And she pulls me on Ronnie's bus. And I was just like, I'm 23, going, oh my God. And she had a cassette of us. And he had it playing. And I was like, oh, it was so horrible. And that's how I started talking to him. He said, who is this? And literally, I was just like, wow. I mean, I was so starstruck. So, yeah. And then I just continued a relationship with him. I used to send him all my new stuff. I dedicated everything to him. And we just had conversations about.
Yeah.
And he was amazing. You know, he was up to here, right? And he would be drinking beer, I think Guinness, and, you know, partying, and then just go on that freaking stage and just blow. I mean, as a vocalist, I don't know how people do that because I have to be really careful. I love to drink wine. I got to stop it, you know. But yeah, so, and literally I was in awe of him all the time. He was such a wonderful person. And it was true how they say he always remembered you. He remembered my boyfriend. He remembered my mother's. He remembered everybody. So yeah, I really miss him here.
That's amazing. That is a wonderful. Okay, so coming back into the music industry now, what's changed for the better, do you think?
The internet, that's one of the possibilities of it. The great things about it, you can reach everybody now. You don't need a record deal anymore.
Exactly.
Although I don't know, it comes, that's the good part about it, because there's a lot of things that aren't good about it. But we don't have to go into studios anymore, which is a drag, which is why when I recorded We Are the Chosen, we were actually in a studio. You know, people record in their bathrooms. You just don't need any middlemen. And I can remember in the 80s thinking, damn, there's a lot of bands. You know, now it's like, yeah, but it's communication, right? We can communicate to everyone. I mean, you're in Rome, check it out, you know?
Yeah, this is what we love, the idea. And also, I'd say finding new music now. It's not just going to the record store and trying to look at the album, but it is through like even Instagram and YouTube connecting to.
I know that the bands that I have found, the bands that I have found, because I don't necessarily look for female vocalists, but excuse me, man, I've been finding some women that are blowing my mind, and I wouldn't have because they're from different countries, you know? So yeah, the accessibility is pretty cool.
Yeah. And that, well, okay, I'm going to, just because you mentioned this, and Amy and I have a little series that we were doing with like, you know, up and coming rock stars. And there are some amazing, I'm going to call them kids. I mean, especially they're truly like we had one girl named Skylar Jade. She's 12 years old.
I know
And
Skylar.
oh, do you?
I
Okay,
know
because
Skylar. Yeah.
she was talking about you and how you've
Yeah.
influenced
Yeah.
her. And
Mhm.
so that's I
Isn't
just
that wild?
it is
I just go,
wild.
what? What? Yeah. Oh, I love her. She is going to be, she can do, I know
Yeah.
her because I know Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is just, whew. How old is she? 15?
12.
12.
12.
Oh,
No, and her just her presence and her
yeah,
maturity. I am just we're in love with her.
exactly. Yeah. I
She
really like her too. But again, that's so weird. Like that girl, what was that girl's name that was on your
That's her.
podcast
Yeah. That's Skylar.
that was Skylar?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, her hair was different than the,
Yeah, she
She
oh, I
had
changed
didn't
her
just
hair
dyed
remember.
it
color.
red. Yeah. Bless her
Yeah.
heart. We loved it because she dyed her hair red for us.
She's so yeah. Yeah, she is really mature, but she's got Tyson. I mean, Tyson is just a
Mm-hmm.
freaking genius. Um,
Mm-hmm.
That's
so yeah, I always when I see people like that, it gives me faith in the future.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah, she's going to make us proud for sure.
I really loved how you, like, I tagged you in that and you were like, what? Did that take you,
Yeah,
the fact that she named you as somebody that inspires her and influences her, did that surprise you?
always, all the time. I don't look at it that way. And I'm
Yeah.
saying, holy shit, I'm going to in Brazil in a couple of weeks, do some shows, and people, oh my God, they have my blonde streak. They
Aw,
say that to me.
yeah.
I never looked at it that way. And I'm like, cool. If I can inspire anybody, whoa. Yeah. Oh, Abby takes me by surprise. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
well, and I have
That's
to say,
awesome.
there's another woman that we actually interviewed. Well, she's living in America now, but from Brazil, Julia
Yeah.
with Vixen.
Vixen, right?
Yeah,
Vixen, yeah.
she incredible. And like, well, so
Yeah.
tell me about the Brazilian music scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like walking into maybe the 80s. Um, I used to hang out in Rio all the time, but now I say I have a new boyfriend. Now it's Sao Paulo where my business is. It is such a thriving community. Yeah, I can relate it to San Francisco in the 80s. People are so hungry. There's no ego there. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
look at me. Nobody, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like they don't worry about what they look like. It's how they play. They're so hungry. Again, they have no ego. They just want to create songs. They want to play. Oh man, they're amazing. And there's so many. My other guitar player I used to work with said, we have
Yeah.
nothing to do here but play. Yeah, the talent there is phenomenal. I mean, I walk into these
That's
clubs
amazing.
and I became friends with which I was thinking about Skylar. I have to tell her about Torture Squad. Um, they're a really big extreme metal band, and I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know the proper terms: death metal, black
Oh,
metal, extreme metal.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
it's
but there
all,
was a
yeah.
young woman. I call her my daughter, late 20s, Maya, the lead vocalist. We started talking years ago. I don't know about vocals or something. Again, through the internet. And she said, "Hey, we wrote this song." And anyway, long story short, I went and recorded the song with them. I did a video. I just played a huge festival with them. So yeah, Torture Squad. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got
Okay.
sidetracked. Brazil is just a creative buzz. There's still record stores there.
I
There's
love
yeah,
records.
there's a place called London Calling. Victor, I think I'm pretty sure that's his name. I do meet and greets there. It's a record
Write that
store,
down.
stuff on the walls. You go
Wow.
through the album. Yeah, it's
So,
old school. It's old school. Yeah.
which city in Brazil, if you were to name like your top cities in Brazil for the music scene, which ones would you pick?
Sao Paulo, Limira,
Okay.
and and I was just in Recife.
Oh, in
Recife,
Recife.
they call it Helsife because it's so. That's the thing about Brazil. It's so freaking hot. Your skin looks amazing. You drink so much
And
water.
your hair.
I lose so much weight down there. It's so hot. But Recife, I just love Brazil. From the first time I went there in 14, I don't know, man. I just got off that plane and it's just some kind of voodoo. It's just amazing down there. I love Brazil.
So, are you spending a
That's
lot of your
awesome.
time in Brazil now too?
Yes, my
Okay.
band is down there.
That's what I thought.
And
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's, why do you go to Brazil? Because that's where they want me. Yeah, I'm going to go down in a couple
Oh,
weeks.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm going to tour down there this summer. Yeah, I love it. You go where they want you, right?
Exactly. Well, tell us about your tour this summer. What's it gonna be? You're playing
I'm
with
going
your
to do.
band.
I was talking to a promoter, and he said, "Let's do something different." And I don't like that word "different." I'm like, ugh. And he said, again, the woman that I was talking about, Maya from Torture Squad.
Mm-hmm.
She's an engineer. She plays keyboards, plays bass, plays guitar, and can sing anything from opera to blah, 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 blah. So he said, let's grab the top female musicians in Brazil. So I got Maya, I got Vicky, and I got Gabby. So I'm going to do a female is metal tour. But what we're going to do is, he told me, pick some songs. Let's do an ode to women from every era, women that set the groundwork. So I'm going to do like Joan Jett, Heart, Hellstorm. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff incorporated in my stuff. Yeah. Lizzie's a beast.
She is.
Yeah,
that's
she
another
is.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
she is. Wow. Have
I'm
you
so
heard
proud.
of Cassandra Carson? Have you checked out Paralandra?
Oh, I
No.
don't know.
Oh,
No.
you gotta do it. Her voice, man, her energy.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Girl is
Really?
amazing. Yeah,
And, you know,
Paralandra.
not to put the 80s down, but I think that's why Doro and myself and Anne from Hellion, I don't know, they didn't, I don't know how to say it, no disrespect to anybody, but there was like a quality of female vocalists that did, you know, it was more of a show and more of the lingerie. And now, I mean, all these women are, I mean, I have such a crush on Courtney from Spirit Box. I mean, it's like drop your husband, girl. I mean, in Ginger, you know, there's a quality of singing
Ginger
now
too.
that, yeah, that these women developed into these just storms of energy. Oh God, I just love it. I love it so much. Yeah, they can do anything. I just heard, I'm sorry, is it Elisa from Arch Enemy? Is Elisa?
Oh, I think it's Alyssa, but
I don't know
I
how
could
to
be
say her
wrong.
name, but
I could be wrong.
But I just heard her doing Dio. And that's the thing. People think that they can't do anything else. She can sing anything. I'm so happy for all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, but you're going to play with, go ahead, Aim.
No, you're fine. Go.
No, I was going to ask, so you're going to play with your band on this tour in Brazil for the summer.
In the summer, I'm playing with the women. I have I'm going to play with the boys. And again, it was just this impromptu thing. Again, I just go to Brazil when I can. I can do some press. Torture Squad is playing a huge show with Nervosa. I'm going to go up and do my song. And then Isabel, my publicist and Elton, the promoters, said, let's just do this thing. So I'm just going to go do there's a place down there called Red Star Studios, really small and intimate, couple hundred people where people do shows. So I'm going to bring the boys over there and play that show. Last minute. I love those things, you know. We're just throwing it together. Come on down.
You just put that on your Instagram today, didn't you?
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, it is.
That'll be fun. We love the smaller
I love the boys
venues.
in my band. They're awesome. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
how long have you guys been together? Sorry.
This is a new band from 2014, and again, they're very busy in Brazil. They're obviously, so I kind of have like a group of people that I choose from, but these guys I've been playing with for about a year.
Are there any other bands in Brazil that have really inspired you, that have like the heart of the metal scene, that that are showing it off?
Or there's Sepultura. They're really cool.
Yeah.
God, I love this guy so much. And there's a band called Troops of, the guy that does all my graphics, Marcelo Vasco, he's in Troops of Doom. I mean, it's just, everything is so heavy down there. I love it, which surprises me why people come out to see me. But, it's funny. When I came out, I was heavy. And now I'm like, la, la, la.
I love the new album.
But it's interesting. Torture Squad, I have a joke that I have, that I'm so into extreme metal. I don't do it, but I am. So everybody that's in my team, they're all extreme metal. My photographer, the graphic guy, the guy who does my t-shirts, everybody. And it's like they all give me street cred, So for me to sing with that band Torture Squad, it was really cool, because it's like, I can do it. Listen to me, So it was really fun. It was fun.
That's awesome. I have a question. Oh, sorry. Sepultura, you mentioned. They're a Bay Area band, aren't they?
I think they started in Brazil. No, they started in Brazil.
Did they?
They're Brazil's claim to fame. Yeah.
Did they play?
But they come here.
Yeah.
They come here. Yeah, they come here.
Are they, but they're from the 80s though, right?
I believe so. A while ago, maybe not the 80s, but definitely the 90s. They've been around. But
I really feel like there was a show.
Because
they play here all the time. They just went through, I think.
Yeah.
I know, it's funny that the whole concept of time is so bizarre to me. I don't think of myself as, being from the 80s. I don't think of I'm 65. I'm like, what? I
can't.
You don't have the energy of a 65-year-old. You have the energy of a 25-year-old.
Well, it's California, but yeah. And I think there's something else I love about this music. we're allowed to age in this, God, poor
yeah.
Madonna, Britney Spears, they have to try to be these hot things. And I got to tell you, when I was young, although I've never been the hot girl, never, I've always been the
I
tomboy,
think
proud
that's
of it.
debatable, but okay.
And I lost a lot of career moves because of that. And I don't give a shit. But we're allowed to get old. We're allowed to age,
Yeah.
which is cool. But yeah, I'm not into that whole. I had after Chastain. I actually don't really remember even the label, but that's what they wanted to do to me. They wanted me to be more pop and sexual, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Who cares what I have in between my legs? Yeah, that whole scene turned me off so much, but.
Yeah.
But I knew Sebastian Bach too. They did the same thing to him. It was sexual for him too. He had to look good, the streaks in his. It was the same for him too. So if you were some way good looking, they just wanted to push it. God, he was hot, wasn't he? And talk about a voice. Oh my God, that guy could sing
so much. So I'm going to tell you something. I remember the first time I ever saw him and how he came out on stage. Because it was the Bon
Shirtless?
Jovi.
Long.
Oh gosh, it was Bon Jovi. It was the New Jersey tour for Bon Jovi, and he came out backwards with his hands spread out like this and the hair across the back. And that was the first view that you got of him coming out on stage. And 35, 40 years later, I was 15.
Later.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
And he was really tall. He was like 6 something. Yeah, but he's so hot.
I got to tell you, you should check out Eric Gronwall. He'll blow you away. He'll blow you away.
What did Eric do? Did he sing in Skid Row just now?
He did. Yeah, he did.
I know
and then he's got a lot of his own stuff going on.
Did he leave because of health or something? Or
yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I just discovered him through my friend at Metal TV. I'm sorry, Sarah, metal.net TV. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, there's so many great people out there now, and I'm glad that people are getting, again, the beauty of the internet. I mean, I never broke big, but now people know who you are. There's so much talent out there. It's just insane. I'm so happy, but it's still a small community, which is nice because, and again, back to Ronnie's funeral, there's few people that can do what we do. Stop being a freaking baby and do it,
Do it.
Oh my God, shut up.
That's actually how our podcast came about. We were
really?
We stepped away and we were like, and then we started talking again and reliving things. And we're like, we can't be the only ones who feel this way. And we just were like, forget it. We should just do it.
Yeah.
We should just do it.
Yeah.
Who cares? We should just do it.
People find it interesting. It's so people, especially in European countries, they find it so interesting,
Well, and I do love how, like, the Europeans or probably the Brazilians back then, it was a very different scene and they all looked to the US. And now that scene is Brazil's lit up, Germany's lit up. It's Sweden.
Oh my God, Germany's insane too. I was just there. Oh my God, I forgot. When I see people that are like just out of high school sing "Angel of Mercy" to me, I mean, I get teary-eyed. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, my dad used to play it. I mean, it's just so great.
Right?
It's funny. The first time I haven't played a lot of Coliseums, but when I opened for Kiss I always say 1927, 18,000 people. It was Dayton, Ohio Arena, which I think arena, and they just closed it. I went out on that stage and I literally just started bawling because that was Chastain's company area. And I was like, I knew you'd be here. Literally, I was just crying. And Chastain was like, okay, stop.
Wow.
I'm like, no, don't let them see me cry. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is the music, like, yes, it might have taken a dip for a while, like in the 90s when we had the grunge movement. To me, it was still a type of rock music. It didn't totally get away from it. But the music is still alive. Yeah, me too. And the music is still alive now.
And everything does a circle right now. I think it's our point of view. And I even noticed a lot of the extreme metal bands are now doing like a bridge of something really melodic. A lot of them are doing like these Hendrix type guitar playing. So it all meshes into one, which I really like about We Are the Chosen, the last record that I did. Yes. My guitar player at the time, Vinny, had played Brazilian music, black metal music. So he incorporated everything. It was like, wow, that's cool. So it's just melted into this one big, I can't even think of the word, but it's really great.
Well, okay, that is
cornucopia.
Cornucopia. Well, I'm going to ask you about this. So now it's like, before it used to be you had to create 10 to 12 songs, you had an album, you put it out. How is that changing for you? Is that what you're still aiming toward? Like, we had chosen fantastic,
That's
great
what I aim
videos.
for. Yeah, but
okay.
you can just put out, and again, you can just put out stuff. But yeah, I like doing the whole concept thing. I don't know what the future holds for me. There's a lot of changes going on, but yeah, I
That's
still
what I was
shoot
gonna
for
ask.
that record. Yeah. They're still a little too long for me. I would actually rather do like EPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. Because the market is oversaturated. And I also know through the young people that what do people have? You do little nidbits now. People have 30 seconds
30.
of attention span. Nobody watches videos.
Yeah. I
And the other day I was like, God, I don't watch them either unless they're Dio. It's like, okay, I've had enough. You're good. Next,
I think EPs are actually where it's at. I think you're right on that, because it is an attention span thing, and people just at this point, you're on your phone, they add it to playlist, and then kind of shuffle it all around, and you kind
and it's a shame people don't go to shows anymore. They don't have to. They're right here looking. People don't go out anymore, and that's the problem with of course Brazil doesn't have money like this country does, but I have to be careful what I play, because people are going to spend their money to go see Metallica. They aren't going to come to see me. So it's a real kind of a roller coaster of what you do. And I can remember during COVID, oh God, I was so frustrated, and I was talking to booking agents, and they told me this was going to happen. They said, we're going to come out of this, we're going to have to make up all our money, all the insurance money, we're going to have to make up Metallica, Megadeth, all those big people. You're going to have to wait till like 24, 25, 26.
Okay.
It's like it has to trudge down. So yeah, that's what's happening.
That's true.
Yeah, they lost some money, and other promoters are scared. Promoters are scared to put out. It's such a big clusterfuck. It's just, and again, in the 80s, who cared? But the decadence of the 80s, I forgot everybody had money and cocaine and shows and limousines.
We didn't, but we have a lot of crazy stories from. But we were loving watching. I think that was it with the introduced. Like when we saw people with these like cars and airplanes and the money, we were just like, whoa.
I'm thinking about my boyfriend at the time. He always picked me up in a limo. We obviously, you couldn't go anywhere not being in a limo. Hey, if you were in a band, you did the limos. Yeah. Such a facade, Well,
facade. It was all appearance. There was so much to the appearance aspect of bands in the 80s, and and
I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's really about their work now, which really excites me. It's not so much about what you look like, which is really exciting to me, because I see some of these people and they're on stage and they're just dressed like they're going to the office. They're just getting dressed, going on stage and just blowing. I love it.
I love all that.
Some of the costumes of the 80s got crazy. I used to say that Tirani, God, I miss him so much, but the little circus clothes that he would wear.
Spandex.
But hey, he was a little elf hopping around. We loved it, right?
I'd have to say, but some of the, maybe if we go away from 80s, but I'm just kind of thinking out of the box with some of the, like, you look at like Harry Styles, he does, it's a lot of image and performance. So this is one guy up there on stage, and he is, I think,
that's true.
Carefully curated, which is fun and exciting
pop.
to watch.
That's homogenized pop. That's pop, of course.
Yeah.
They have to suck in that money. And again, God, does he write his songs? Those songs are great.
He
I
does.
really respect songwriting, and there's some pop music that I'm just like, what?
Oh, there's some pop I love too. Yeah,
very much so. Yeah.
So are you writing right now? Do you have something going to come out this year? Or what are the plans for?
I don't know. I kind of always write. I really don't know what's going to happen. In all honesty, you guys, I was just thinking about making this my retirement year. It's so funny that we're talking about this, because a lot of my publicist is going to kill me.
No.
It's just like, look, I'm done, because, tours are falling through, and people are like, baby, this is a music business. So I'm getting a little disappointed. I don't know, and as soon as you do that, then all the stuff starts coming. Right?
Yeah, that's the way that it works. That's the universe telling you, not yet, babe, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So I don't really know. I've had some tours fall through, and I don't know. And I'm I'm really into animals. I've worked with animals my whole life, and that seems to be calling me, like the African and the whole. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I spent a few years in Thailand, and the animals in Thailand are they truly need, like, I love all their cats and dogs, but you look at those elephants and monkeys too, and it's There's a
lot. I want to, when I stopped doing music, that's what I dedicated my life to, but it was basically small animals. I did some horses and stuff, but yeah, I want to do this large animal thing. It's just calling to me again, and we just lost the last, didn't we lose the last white rhino? I got to be there in the dirt and the shit. And I got to see what that's like. So I'm working it, but you never know. Hey, I could go out there and just, with all the elephant shit, just get totally inspired.
No,
I don't know. Life is
I
good.
love that,
Life is really good. Life is good. I mean, I wake up every day and it's like, oh my God, we survived, We
No,
survived.
and I think that's a reminder that we tell ourselves all the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are crazy times. Oh my God. But I always knew it was about the music. I never got too into the whole image. Yeah, I mean, it was always about the music for me. I mean, my band Rude Girl, we saw something about some native Indian one, but they had like the black stripe and the red, and we just used to get and do all the dirt and stuff. I loved it. We just go on stage like that. You'd put the black makeup on and then go take a shower, which by the way I still do, so it runs, but it's all good. I'm grateful to even be involved in music, to even be accepted, because music business is just this wicked wheel.
So are you still in contact with some of your band members from Rude Girl or Chastain?
No.
Oh,
Chastain all the time.
Chastain, okay.
Chastain guys I talk to all the time. But no, not Rude Girl. Not for a few years. Matter of fact, I was just trying to get in touch with one of them because one of our friends had passed away and I can't find her. No, that was you live and learn. Musicians, well, it's like being married to 4 or 5 people, and I really don't deal with that crap. I don't know how to. It's not that important to me. You disrespect me, I got to go. So there's a lot of that goes on now. So I easily walk away.
And I just have, I know we said we could do a half hour, so I've just want a few more questions, but
okay.
Being in the Bay Area, I miss it, being away from the Bay Area. Are there still any clubs that you're going to in the Bay Area that you recommend that are great for music?
DNA reopened. The DNA Lounge.
Oh, the DNA Lounge.
Yeah, I just went to see my buddy Tony from Venom. Nothing else really opened up. The bottom of the hill. Bottom of the hill is still there, that little hole in the wall. All the stones are gone. The stones are now strip joints. The stone are,
Yeah.
Used to be surrounded by it, yeah.
I mean, if you played the Stones, I played 3 of them, right? San Francisco, Berkeley, San Jose. I mean, we made it. I used to play with Girls' School and Megadeth. We had made it, but they're all gone. But DNA and Warfield, those are the only places.
The Warfield.
The Warfield's still there. Okay.
Still there.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, it's definitely a different scene, though. I mean, it's, But
what
DNA is still kind of cool, though.
What is the San Francisco music scene now?
I don't really think there is one.
Okay.
People just go there.
Very different.
They go there and they're like, it's all about taking pictures. And I don't know, it's just different. I don't think the enthusiasm's there, but I don't know. It's just different. But then again, I went to see, God, who did I see? Not Venom. Oh, I went to see my bud. Chrism is another extreme metal band from Brazil that the kids go crazy for them. But yeah. I'm older now too. It's just different.
No, it is different.
It really takes
us too.
It takes special people to get me out. There, But actually, this is the thing. I go to these shows and I'm like, fuck. I just want to go up there and do it. I'm like, no, don't do it. Do it like this.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to hang out, and I'm like, should I? Yeah, it's really hard. For me to...
Can I show you how it's done?
Yeah, my ego goes But no, the people that I know, I definitely support. It's a different scene, and people don't go out anymore.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I thought it was just
the 80s, right? Everybody was just strolling around. Even LA's not like that anymore.
Well, LA now is like, my heart is breaking. So we'll see, but
it's horrible. I have hooked up with Lorraine Lewis from Femme Fatale. Her and I, again, through the internet. We've done a song together, and we were supposed to shoot the video like in a couple of weeks, but I don't think it's going to happen. God bless everyone down there. Yeah, so I was real excited about that. Eventually we'll do it, but I hooked up with her and we did something really fun.
Oh, awesome. This all sounds, you have to keep going. All sounds amazing and fun, and I'm loving it, and you're inspiring people. And
Yeah.
Well, I have this thing, I just want to tour, and so I get really
me too.
When the tours fall through, I love being on the road, not knowing what day it is, having to wash my clothes, having my bandmates try
wondering
to get me
where
to
the
eat.
hell you are.
I love that. And I don't sleep, and it's really a straight time for me because, like I said, I can't do it. I have to drink water, go to sleep. I just love it though. It's kind of like the Spinal Tap movie. I go, where are we?
Oh my gosh,
Yep,
leather. I
yep,
love it. No,
yep.
I think about how much fun that would still be to do and just
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even
it's silly.
to meet people, to see things, to just be able to go
Yeah.
out and do that again.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
you hear, and yeah, to hear everybody's stories. It's like I said, I was just in Germany. It was insane. It was great. Yeah. I'd
That's
like to make
so
it to
awesome.
Italy. No, I think I did play a small club in Italy.
I'm gonna look for it.
Milan somewhere.
It's
A couple
always
years ago.
Milan. Milan is where the big music industry is in Italy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Rome gets shows, but they're the very like the big stadium tours.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Europe has some great music. I just need to get myself out there more to see it. But
Yeah,
like,
and we're in the, we're in the comforts of our home. I mean, what did they say? Just put on a video and have a beer,
no,
But I do
I
still like going out.
no.
It invigorates me. Once you get
Me
your ass out there, it's like, yeah, here
Well,
we
it's
go.
connecting
Here
with
we go.
people. So I have a whole
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like my
Mm-hmm.
summer's planned of hitting a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of concerts because it's the music that I love, but it's connecting with community again of music, which is
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not the same
yeah.
on your
Because like I said,
phone.
it's a circle. It's a
Yeah,
Yeah,
circle. Our type
yeah.
of
yeah.
music. It's a
I
big circle.
just
You knew it would come back. Yeah, you knew it would
Yeah,
come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Katya, I just sent you a thing that I saw, a promo that Savatage is going to be in Milan.
Oh yeah,
So,
Chris. I know Chris Cafferty.
yep.
Yeah, they're touring
Okay.
again. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, I know so many people from the internet. Like I've never met them, but I talk to them every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, all
Yeah,
the worlds
yeah,
are going to collide and be together. Oh,
Right.
yeah,
it's going to be great. Oh, Leather,
yeah.
Amazing.
thank you so much. I have
Of
so
course.
many more
Seriously.
questions I want to talk to you about.
Yeah. We'll have to have you
Well,
back.
yeah, you can, but I'm free for another 20 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have about 10. I told you, so a girl, bless her heart, wasn't paying attention on her e-bike and hit my car. And so we're getting
Oh
ready to
shit! Yeah.
travel. We're going down to the Whiskey for this weekend. And I have to go get a rental car now because I have to have my car repaired. So we have to drive an
Wow.
hour just to get a dang rental car because we live in the boondocks. So I have about 15 minutes.
Where do you
So let's
live?
keep
Where
going.
do you live?
I'm in Roseburg and we have one rental car company, but they don't have any vehicles. So we're having to
Oh, of
drive to
course, with everything. Yeah,
Eugene
yeah, yeah.
to get a
Why?
vehicle.
What's at the Whiskey? What's at the Whiskey?
My husband was in a band in the late 80s, early 90s, played One Step. We met at One Step Beyond in Santa Clara.
I
And
love it.
his bass player his band is opening for Slaughter this weekend at the Whiskey.
Oh, Mark, I just saw that shit. I wish I would have known earlier. God, I love him. I love him
we
Yeah.
so
love
much.
him.
Yeah. So we're gonna go down and see Clay's old bandmates band play, and of course catch Slaughter.
Right
And
on. Oh, that'll be great. Have fun.
it's
Have
gonna
fun.
be a blast. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a
Well,
really
and
Yeah.
good time.
I'm interested what it looks like heading down to Los
I
Angeles and what
know.
it's looking at and the reaction of people down
I
there
know.
of what
Yeah.
I know.
how
Well,
that's going to
again,
be.
my friends from Venom were down there, and they said it was the sunset. It was all pretty normal. There was smoke,
hmm
but it was still bustling, and it's
And that's what
so
we.
sad. Oh my god! And you know what? We're talking about celebrities on the internet. Have you seen what Paris Hilton is doing for everyone?
No.
She, of course, again,
Oh,
she
she
has several
donated
homes.
money. She
Yeah. Yeah.
donates.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
lost her whole.
Yeah.
She lost one of everything. She's at the Humane Society's adopting dogs. The Hilton just put up 20,000 rooms for people.
Oh, that's
That gives
so
me
She's
chills.
great.
giving
That's
them millions of dollars. I mean, this is the woman that everybody makes fun of, and
I
every
know.
day I have been blown away by her. She's going to the animal places. She's going to the places where all the people are going, giving them just fucking amazing.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
and it's not
feel.
that for some reason society throws it on people like, oh, you're supposed to share it. No, you aren't. But oh my God, I'm so proud of her. Just freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
I just feel like
yeah.
people put people together in boxes and they don't when
Yeah.
they don't really know them. And so,
Oh, we
and
do. Absolutely. We do. Yeah.
and,
When
and
that's the thing about this, you talk to people, and then when you meet them, it's a totally, like all these
Mhm.
trolls, would they say that to my face? I don't put anything I wouldn't say to your face. I make a point of that, but trolls are fun though.
Well, it's just a different, yeah. Well, Katya, on social media, where do you stay active on social media, or what do you go to for social media to? for you to promote yourself and to find others?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I do. I'm huge Instagram, and
That's one of ours. Yeah.
in Threads. I just go through this stuff all day, and it's funny. I actually just got a cell phone like 8 months ago, and I do WhatsApp and stuff. But basically, Instagram. I don't really go to people's profile. I just kind of stroll through the the stuff. But yeah, I love it.
Okay.
I was really happy to
I love the
find
way
you
people,
when I tagged you
but
in
people
that
need to
post.
understand how fake it is. People need to understand how fake it is. It bothers me that young girls are looking at these certain things as a sense of beauty or something, and everybody's showing their ass. Oh my God, it breaks my, but they're making money. I realize now that those girls are making, thousands off showing their asses, but I'm just not into that. But hey,
Yeah.
if I was hot, it would probably be different. If I was some hot blonde, I probably would have done it too. I actually did that one time at a Chastain show. I kind of, bustier, and I wore like I wasn't a vegan then, I'm sorry, high leather boots, and I had my hair all up and makeup. And my fans were like, I'm like, yeah, they're like, what are you doing? It just so out of place. I'm like, this is what they want me to do.
Wow.
It was
It's
fun. It was
crazy.
fun. Well, women are allowed to be tomboys now. I don't, it was more of a thing in the 80s. I mean, the girl from Ginger, they were all kinds of stuff. Courtney, like I said, Courtney just wears, God, she's so hot. Do you like Spirit Box? Do you like that band?
I have
don't
to
know
look them
Spirit
up
Box.
actually.
I know.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's
right,
great.
That's awesome. We always ask our guests, Leather, who you're listening to and what bands are inspiring you. So the ones that we are not familiar with that you have mentioned, I've seen Katya
I know.
just kind of
I'm
write
writing
them
my
down.
notes.
Because we go check them out, and I can't tell you, since we've started this podcast, my music repertoire and my playlist has doubled, and it wasn't small to
Yeah,
begin with, but we've just
right.
and it's all different kinds of music, that people are turning us on to, and it's phenomenal. So we're
What am I
absolutely
listening
gonna
to? I listen to, like I said, my guys at Torture Squad because they do so much different stuff. Veronica Freeman from Benedictum. Oh my God, she's going to get back into music. She's
That's
and of course,
awesome.
I always listen to Dio, but I like, Lamb of God. I really listen to
I
extreme
remember Lamb
music,
of
and
God.
I listen to them for their phrasing, and I have liquid metal in my car. I really listen to extreme music right now. I'm not quite sure. It just amazes me there because I used to make fun of it, and now it's
Now it's
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like a Lamb of God, Knocked Loose. Knocked Loose is this band they just got a Grammy or something. Spirit Box, like I said, Ginger blows my mind.
Ginger.
Yeah, and I just kind of go through stuff. Kubla Khan, oh my God, these music people are just Kubla Khan. Slaughter, that guy from Russia. Shit, they're gonna kill me. Slaughter to Prevail, maybe. He goes on stage without a microphone. Yeah. His name is Alex. Look him up. Alex the Terrible.
Okay.
And he
I love
lives in
it.
Russia.
I love it.
He plays with lions, and he's got a bear. I mean, he lives in like Russia with the snow. He's
he lives in Siberia.
Yeah. And then he's like, hey, everyone. I mean, and Marilyn Manson has always been a favorite of mine. I'm glad that he's turned his life around. Yeah, but I like obscure stuff because I'd like to try to incorporate it in some way, because it's funny when I play shows now, at the end of every song I do like a
You're gonna get there. They're gonna put you right up there with them.
But yeah, I'm listening to extreme music right now. God, I love Lamb of God. Randy is just insane, because people think they don't know what they're doing. It is a freaking technique what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's a technique, their voices. And my friend Mary Mertz, who lives in Vegas, is a vocal coach. Her and her husband are amazing singers, but I talk to her about it a lot. And yeah, it's a technique that they have. Yeah.
Wow. If you remember when we first connected, one of the things I told you, because I was like, we've actually kind of been listening to a little bit more, but I was kind of like, I was into, thrash and all of that, like through high school. And then the relationship that I was in kind of left that, and I left that whole scene. But that was like some of the bands that you're naming. That's why I was like, I've seen Sepultura before. I've seen some of these that you're mentioning, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And they just totally have flown off my radar for so many years, but I can't wait to go check in and see everything
like I
that
said,
they're
going
doing.
to Brazil is just an extreme metal country. I mean, you have no choice. Any bar, they're just extreme, but they're really talented at it. God, they can do so much different stuff. I know there's so much great music. I need to go to a show.
I know.
Yeah, let's go. We're in.
Do you have any? Yeah, who you're going to see next? What shows do you have lined up?
Torture Squad. I'm going to see Torture Squad in Nervosa. Do you know Nervosa, the female thrash band? They were just here.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you check them
That's
out too.
awesome.
They've been around a long time, I think. They're one of the first but female thrash is really accepted in Brazil. So I'm going to go see them, and I'm going to go see.
Right.
There's a big gentleman and like a rock star in Brazil. His name is Fabio Leone. He does kind of a classical rock thing. Yeah, and who knows? I just kind of walk into bars because I'm going to be really busy. But yeah, it's just so great. God, I love Brazil. I love it so much.
That's so
I'm
awesome.
going Wednesday.
Well, so Amy, so
Yay.
now I have my list of like walking in Germany and 3 to go see. I'm like, Brazil.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I
Oh.
find out. I find out about a lot of bands through Liquid Metal. In my car, I'm just like, holy shit, what's that?
Yeah.
They play such a variety of stuff.
Yeah. That's so awesome. That's amazing. Leather, we do need to have you back because I'm looking at the time and we're supposed to leave
Yes.
here in about 10 minutes. So I'm just
Okay.
I'm just checking. But oh my gosh, I absolutely adore your energy. I love your
Thank you.
excitement. It's contagious. And so I'm super excited about having you back. And get a hold of us when you get back from Brazil. I'll be watching your Instagram.
Absolutely.
And
We can talk
then
about my tour when it
we'll hear
happens.
about
That'd
that
be
tour
great.
and how that went.
And we're
Okay,
gonna try to find you on the tour too. So that's
Yeah. And you can just go to leatherleone.com. You see everything that I'm doing there.
we will
That's
do
awesome.
Great, guys.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Have a
Bye.
great.
Did I not tell you? Like she said, I think she said in there her age. Can I be 65 and have that energy? Hello. I am blown away by her vitality. Just wow.
And her love for music still. And we talked
Mm-hmm.
even afterward about all the thrash metal she's listening to and the heavy music. And I was
Yep.
scribbling down the names of bands to watch. Just she knows it. She's tapped into it. And I'm ready for my plane ticket to Brazil.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
This is
Seriously.
so much fun. Thank you so much, Leather, for coming on. I really appreciated
Yes.
it.
Seriously. You guys, again, I'm going to say it again. Like and subscribe. If you're listening on one of the podcast streaming services, make sure you do whatever they ask you to do. It really helps to promote the podcast. We're having such a good time and we'd love to be able to continue and get the word out to even more people that we're here. If you have a story to tell, make sure you reach out to Amy .RockTheLife@outlook.com. Our merch store is open. We say it every time. RTLmerch.com. Come check it out. We really do have some cool shirts and all of that fun kind of stuff. Katya.
Yeah, Aim.
Here we are.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Rock the life.
Rock
And
the
just
life.
like have fun. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Like I'm blown away.
Yeah.
She blew me away. I'm like, I just want to.
The Leather. Okay,
Right,
until
I can't
next
wait.
time, babe.
Yep.
Love you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.